Hi. Hey guys, what's up? Hello, hello, and hello. It's Wanda Zeta Mom. Thanks for being here, ma'am. Who we got? Who got? Bridget, Miss Bridget J914. Thank you. Thank you, Rhonda, for being here. Thank you, Les Moore, for being here. I see you guys still coming in. Yes, thank you guys for coming on in. I'll give you guys just a couple more minutes. I'll give you guys just a couple more minutes. Let's get some music while we wait. Thank you guys for being here. Maybe I don't start it now. Don't start. Got some good topics for you guys tonight as well. Got enough to Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Thank y'all for being here. This is, how about to say this is Car Chronicles. This is our pop in for today. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Ooh, child, this week kind of flew by. Always when I be off, the week flies by. I don't know why. But yeah, pretty good day today. I was happy as hell to get off from work because I did not want to be at work because I was off all damn week. But it is what it is. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Okay. Yes, yes, and yes. All right, so let me remove this banner, honey, to get it out my way so we can get into the show. Thank y'all for being here. We got almost 100 so far. Yes. Hey, hey, hey. Happy Friday. All right, so let's get into it. If you guys saw the description, then you already know what we're going to be talking about tonight. I'm going to play for you guys the new audio of Wanda speaking on Keke and her erratic behavior. And she says that Keke is still using and that Keke needs to go to rehab, that her mother needs to take her to rehab to get her some help. So Wanda sounds like she's concerned for some odd reason. All right, we're going to also do a part 2 on, we've already talked about Bryshere Gray from Empire. We're going to do a quick part 2 on him because I found out some new developments with that. Another one of my favorite R&B artists we're going to talk about is the rise and fall of Tevin Campbell. Okay, we're going to get into some Tevin Campbell news tonight. And we're going to also play audio where Wendy Williams, honey, is getting read down by by Whitney Houston, Judge Mathis, honey, and Mariah Carey done read her down, honey. I said, I got to play this for my people tonight, baby, because, ooh, child. Greg Mathis went in on Wendy Williams. I was like, oh, child, we're going to play that here in a minute. But let's go ahead and get into this audio, honey, with Wanda talking about Keke from Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right. Shout out to my girl, Empress Radio Lord. All right, here we go.
Hurtfulness, sadness. Do you accept Keke back in your life? I mean, I don't know. Because you keep on doing it. You didn't stop. So, no, I don't think I will. I don't think so. Because just the other day, just because I was over there Anthony and Life page, she went to Tay Talk. Her and her mammy went over there, lying again. And like I said, they got mud thrown in their face. I know their face all made up different. All their faces was made different. Every last one of them. They were laughing. Girl, no, we just love us some Keke. We love us some Keke. Yes. Keke, we believe everything you say because there's some lying folks over there. Y'all face turned in it. I ain't seen them yet. Y'all, please let me know when Tay Talk come on. Please let us know. And her other little crew over there, I don't know the name of it, but someone sent it to me, so y'all know. Y'all know, like what her name was on Anthony Life place, Cherie World. I think that's her name. Baby.
Who's Cherie World?
I went on her page. She was eating everybody alive. And my boy T. Baby, Baby, he was not playing with. But what I did like when she got on Talk for Tay, and they thought it was so funny for her calling me a. Yeah.
Thanks, friend.
She did. She's still out there. Yeah. And that's how we know when Keke is still popping.
Popping what?
That. That's how we know. See, y'all don't know her. We know her. I've been around her for a long. I've probably seen Keke more than her mama seen her in her entire life. That's honest God truth. Serious. That's why I told y'all her mother's not there for her. And then somebody come and say, well, Wanda, you want to do the same thing for your daughter. First of all, let me say this right here.
First off,
my daughter would never been putting me in that predicament. And second of all, I would never be talking to a blogger like that, a blogger to know everything about me and what's going on with me and my daughter's situation, what was on the show or what was just something going on. They would not have known. Period. I take up for my daughter. That's a different than taking up for your daughter than talking to other people with your daughter and about your daughter and about something else that happened with your daughter. That should have been kept between you and her husband and your mother, if you want to put your mother in it, and your husband. That's who it should have been kept among the family. But we already know you didn't never like me. We already know that, Miss Constance. You never liked that man. And called me a bitch. And I really came on home to try to help her until I sing after the laughing thing. So yeah, come on to try to help her. I knew she was still out there in the world. Her mama knows she was still out in the world. But instead of her mother and her grandmother and her grandfather and her husband all putting their little money together and trying to help this young lady, put her in some type of facility that she can stay in until she get herself together.
Put Keke in a vicinity? You mean a facility, Wanda? Facility, all right? And it's not Anthony Laughlin. It's Anthony Lofty, okay? She be fucking up people's names.
They decide not to do it. They want to get on a TV show and bring this girl down. Your own mother. Then Keke gonna lie and say, "Oh, it was my mom."
Oh God, sorry for the ad, guys. Sorry for the ad, and we're back. And we're back in a minute. Shit, come on, ad. Okay.
My mom would have did it. I don't know what my mama could have said, but I know no one can tell him anything about this young lady. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Oh, ain't nobody saying nothing about little Buddy, Miss Buddy. Nobody.
Who's Miss Buddy?
Nobody said nothing about Miss Buddy. And you wrong. You is so wrong. Oh, Keke, we know that he is doing this for a friend. We know he doing this for this. God damn, now y'all owe the man an apology. You truly do. By right. And then y'all still can be male fans. Y'all still can be your fans. I don't know why I call her name, but yeah. Mayor, I said what I said. Okay?
Hold up now.
I ain't mad at you. Not at all. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the woman that you said was your friend and you brought her on to destroy you. See, the table flipped in it. See, when you thought, you see, that's the way God works. That's the way God works. You bring people on to destroy another family, but it end up tearing down the other family. See, that's why I always tell people, baby, when you dig one ditch, you better be digging two. Because the one you digging for me may be just for you. Period. I'm circling around, baby. Yes, I'm coming back. Because one thing I don't play. If you grown enough to call me a B, you grown enough to get a B call back to you. Niece or no niece. Period. I respect every last one of my nieces, and I think I got like 48 of them or more.
Damn.
48 nieces or more, and I respect each and every one of them. But if they get out of line with me, they know I'm gonna put their asses straight back in line. I don't think about it. When I put you in line, you're gonna be a little straighter than you would.
A little straighter. Out of line. Get them straight.
This type of auntie I am. And everybody respect this one. All of my nieces, all of them. I said I got 48. I promise y'all I got probably more than 48. Yeah.
Lord, she can't count, Lord.
I wish Keke would just go away and get help. Oh, God. Baby, that's the only thing I would want to talk to her mother. Next time somebody interview her mother, please tell her to take her daughter to somebody else, to somebody girl had or whatever. I don't know what they call them type of people, but take her there and drop her off and leave her there.
She
really needs some help. She needs help.
Drop her
This
off.
girl is not gonna rest. She needs help. Keke called Miss Wanda a female dog. Keke, please repeat and turn to God. Yes, she need to repent. I'm telling you, she really do. Carlo need to drop Keke and age. Yeah, rehab. That's what it is. Thank y'all. Y'all don't know nothing about all that stuff. Yeah, she need to. I don't play with until. Thank you. And say she don't play. I'm telling you, I got 4 nieces in the thing here now.
I thought you had 48. Now we're down to 4.
Let me see.
How'd she go from 48 nieces to 4? What kind of math you doing over there? Math ain't math.
I'm coming back at you. Because you know. I know you. And when I was telling y'all, Tisha was not lying when she said Keke still asking people in the family for money. Y'all see how everybody like, she lied. She ain't get. Okay, then Anthony come back and prove that? Ain't God good? Lord, have mercy, Jesus. God is so good. That man upstairs, so y'all can play with anybody else, but don't play with him. I'm not gonna I don't call his name in vain. I'm just telling y'all how good he is. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna be over there playing with God. I don't play with God. I don't play with him. I'm not gonna be calling, bees and this and that, and then next minute I'm calling God's name.
You do that,
Wanda. I'm just saying the word. Ain't God good? God is good. So when I get off the line, when I get through cussing and everything, then I'm gonna go there and pray. Then I will pray because I'm through. And God forgive you for what happened yesterday. And the last minute, as long as you apologize. I mean, as long as you do what you got to do. Okay, I am glad Mr. Laughlin had apologized that you and me. Yeah, he did. Laughlin? And I'm glad he did too, because I knew these days was coming. I didn't have to do nothing, because I never done anything wrong to nobody but the people on my cast. I never said anything wrong to anyone. I mean, yeah, if y'all come at me, I'm coming back at you. So I'm here just like you are. And I don't care what kind of job you got. You better know what kind of job you got for to come at me. So I don't give a hoot. Don't come at me and I don't come at you. Respect me and I respect you. If you just want to talk about the show, talk about the show. Talk about me on the show. I don't care. But when you started going up under my clothes and calling me bitches and hoes, I'm coming back at you. You better know. I'm from the streets, baby. I keep my ears to the streets, okay?
Child, keep your ears somewhere else, child. Lord, Wanda. Child, she said we was on Anthony Laughlin's page, honey. I said, who the hell is that? Anthony Laughlin. We was over there on Cherie's World. I said, who is that? Damn, she would mess up somebody's name. We was on Cherie's World over there, okay? And what's the other content creator name? Talk for Tay, honey, over there. Talk for Tay. I said, who is that? Girl, you got all kinds of people that we ain't never heard of. Talk for Tay. You mean when Tay talk? Her. First off, and second off, it's like first of all, then second of all, I made some notes because Wanda's like completely effed up the English language over here. She said, and that's a difference. She meant to say that's a difference. Okay. I was like, girl. She said, you never liked it, Miss Consa. Liked it. I told y'all she liked to put that ED on there. I liked it. Y'all thought I was just making stuff up when I said want to be saying liked it. All right, then she say, put her in a vicinity, okay? Facility, honey. She said, put her in a vicinity, all right, on a vicinity so she can get some help. Then she also say, honey, ain't it something, honey, how them tables flip? I was like, the tables turn, don't they want to? The tables turn, not flip. What kind of child? That's what they say about them tables, girl. They flip, honey. I was like, girl, they are turning. All right, tables are turning. Thank you, Wanda. She said, and that's how God works, honey. I was like, what you know about God all of a sudden now? And then I caught a good old line there right quick before we move forward. Wanda says she don't be calling people bitches and hoes. She don't be doing that except her cast members. Girl, yes, you did. Because you called me one when you said you wanted to beat my ass. Okay, you did. I'm just saying you did. I heard it. But go off if you want to lie, girl. It's Friday. If you want to lie and pray about it tomorrow, who is me? Let me talk like you want to. Who is me to stop you from lying on a Friday, girl, when you're going to pray on Saturday, honey, to get rid of this lie? Okay? Who is me to stop you? Who is Caramel? Who is me to stop you from lying on a good old Friday, girl, when you're going to pray on Saturday, honey, to erase that lie? Who is me? Who is me to judge? All right. Oh, child. Child. I cannot, Wanda, please stay out of this, okay? Please stay out of this, and please stay off of Anthony Laughlin's page, okay? Whoever he is, child. Who is me to judge, Wanda? Let me stop before I be talking like her ass. I don't want that spirit of thick tongue upon me, child. We don't want it. All right, let's get on to something funny that I thought was funny as hell. Oh, child, Anthony Laughlin. I was on Anthony Laughlin's page over there. And first off, and second off. And that's what they say about them tables, girl. They will flip on you. I said, child. Oh, I don't mean to laugh, but girl, I mean to. I don't mean to laugh at you, Wanda, but I mean to laugh at you, okay? That shit funny to me, y'all. I'm sorry. Woo! Lord. Get the laughing gas up off me, Jesus, okay? That shit was funny. All right, let's get into something that is a little more funny to me as well. I told y'all that Wendy Williams, honey, I found an old clip that I thought was funny. I wanted to share so y'all can get a nice little Keke, because baby, I was at work laughing at this. Wendy Williams got read down, honey. I'm talking about down to the ground and right back up by Whitney Houston, honey, and got cussed out by Whitney. I was like, Whitney, not I believe the children are our future, girl. You straight cuss Whitney's ass, slam out. Greg Mathers snapped on her ass and up and called her a crackhead and told her, honey, yes, you've been on the Okiana. I was like, well, you better read it here, Judge. And then Mariah Carey read her ass down, too. Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and get on into it.
Drug use going on at this present time?
Who are you talking to?
To you, Whitney.
That's
Whitney. Ask me no questions like I'm a child. Y'all want to know what I'm doing all the time. I don't give a shit about what you're doing all the time. You are so nosy, man. You don't even know what I do. Like you said, you never met me. You don't know me. You ain't been in my house. You don't live with me. You don't sleep with me. You don't do shit with me, but talk about me. So watch what you say. Watch what you say. And if I was really like back in the day in North, I'd meet you outside. But I'm a lady and I have a class.
Drug use going on at this present time?
Who are you talking to?
To you, Whitney.
Ask me no questions like I'm a child. I want to know what I'm doing all the time. I don't give a shit about what you're doing all the time. You are so nosy, man. You don't even know what I do. Like you said, you never met me. You don't know me. You ain't been in my house. You don't live with me. You don't sleep with me. You don't shit with me, but talk about me. So watch what you say. Watch what you say. And if I was really like back in the day in North, I'd meet you outside. I'd meet you outside. But I'm a lady and I have a class.
Drug use going on.
Now, let's talk about fueling your stuff. You, on the other hand, have admitted to being addicted to cocaine.
Absolutely.
You continue to show symptoms of your addiction.
Okay.
Lastly,
what are those symptoms? Tell me.
These nasal passages you keep coughing
and
up.
I did Afrin, and I did Afrin.
This eternal cold that you continue to have.
Yes.
You can't have to come to work because every other people, now you even stupid so low as to blame it on your baby, your newborn. How low can you get? That's about as low as you can get to blame your child for your cocaine addiction. Then, lastly, your bisexual activity. I'm sure your audience want to know about that. I've heard that rumor.
I'm sure my husband would love that.
Does he watch when you do it?
Yes. So
wow. No. Now, let's talk
got breast implants. We don't have to
This
talk
is
about
my
it.
period.
And you with the triple D's need to stop it right now. We're happy that you had the lipo lunch and the breast implants, but leave me be. Have you gotten those jobs? Oh my God. Okay. No, can we talk about your tummy tuck again? You look like the type that got implant. Well, honey, you look like the type that got implant. You look like Pamela Lee's cousin, okay? You got breast implants. We don't have to talk about it. You with the
Ain't nothing like a good old read, honey. Judge Mathis served her ass, okay? Y'all know Wendy stayed getting on people's bad side back in the day. I even saw a clip where they said that P. Diddy child was trying to unalive Wendy because she was talking too much shit about him. I said, girl, you do not want to be messing with Diddy, honey, because people be coming up missing and he don't be going to jail behind the girl. You might want to back up off Diddy child. I know you want to put his business out there, but he ain't the one you want to be out here on this him, honey, to read him down, because, baby, Diddy will literally pull up, okay? And when you try to pull up what happened to her ass, you're going to have low bar pneumonia. Wendy, you will have low bar pneumonia, okay, fucking around with Diddy, all right? I've already done a few lives about it. Everybody that fucks with Diddy have low bar pneumonia, and they're not here anymore. And I only want to make a joke about the shit. While we're talking about that, rest in peace and happy birthday to Miss Kim Porter, all right? Today is her birthday. And we're going to say happy birthday to you, ma'am. We are sorry that you are not here. Miss Kimberly Porter. Yes, ma'am. She's beautiful. Yes, I'm going to have a little tribute to her because we have been talking about her and we are seeking justice for you, ma'am. I know you are in heaven looking down on your beautiful children and down on this earth, honey, and down on these creators that have been talking about your baby daddy because we're getting ready to put him in jail for you, girl. Yes, God, we are. Okay? Miss Kim Porter, rest in peace to you, ma'am. Today is her birthday. All right. Today is her birthday. To show her beautiful kids. This is her with her kids. That's her with the twins. That's her son with Albie Sure over there. And that's her son with Diddy sitting there looking like his daddy. Looking just like your daddy there. I hope you're not acting like your daddy. Okay. Well, rest in peace to her, ma'am. Rest in peace to you, Kim Porter. And happy birthday. Today is her birthday. I saw that. I've been seeing all these posts all damn day long. Okay, this is a pretty picture of her too, Kim Porter. That's a beautiful picture of her. Happy birthday to you, ma'am. All right, y'all know we've been talking to her. And then Diddy, he had to write one like he's so sad that she's gone. Were you sad when you were tapping her phones and putting cameras in her house and having her followed and having her going to go see the feds? This is what he had to write. We miss you so much, Kim. Happy birthday, beautiful. Love forever. And then a black heart. This bullshit. Boo, Diddy. Okay. Boo. Oh, funky ass. We're gonna see you locked up here soon. We're gonna keep that heat on you. We're gonna keep our foot on your neck and one up your ass. A foot on your neck and one up your ass right here on this channel. All right. Yes, we will. Why am I feeling petty tonight, y'all? I'm feeling petty tonight. I don't know why. It's Friday. I'm having to give me a drink after the show. I'm feeling hella petty tonight. I don't know why. I don't know what came over me, honey. I don't know. It might be, honey. Satan might have crept up in here just a little bit, and I like it. And I don't fool with Satan like that, honey. But child, let's get on into the show, honey, because we got some good stuff for you. Yes, we do. All right, so let's get into this Bryshere Gray, and I'm going to say Tevin Campbell for last. I told y'all I want to be finding out what's going on with our celebrity guys out here. It sounded like they're going through very similar situations, okay? Very, very similar situations. Now, Bryshere Gray, they're going to be talking about Bryshere Gray in this particular video where he is going to be speaking out about some things that he endured in the industry. It sounded like there were some violations going on. Will Smith's name was in there where he violated. Jada Pinkett, same thing. And Diddy. Diddy is the what they call him, the groom. We call him the groomer because that's what they said. He's the person that's supposed to be helping him rap. I already said it. When Will, you already had a whole album. You were a rapper out here, so why you pass Bryshere over there to Diddy is so beyond me. Okay, but let's get into it. Yeah. Because Bryshere Gray is speaking, honey. He is speaking on mental trauma after Will Smith and Diddy victimized him. Okay, he was victimized by Diddy. let's back it up. By Diddy and Jada and Will. All right. So let's get into it. Shout out to This Happened. Let's turn the shit up. Back it up all the way so y'all can get it out.
Nothing is bothering me. It's just what bothering me is that
That's Bryshere Gray
being
from
a celebrity sometimes comes with, like, everybody wants to be successful in the celebrity and stuff like that, but it comes with, you know, bull sometimes. And
the list of Diddy's alleged victims is getting longer by the day, and new reports suggest that one of the young men Diddy victimized is Empire star Bryshere Gray. Not just that, but sources are saying Will and Jada Smith also took part in rumored freak-offs and forced Bryshere into some unspeakable acts, ultimately causing his mental breakdown and substance issues. And according to these reports, Bryshere was going to expose everything they did to him, and that's why he was blackballed from the industry. The crazy part is that this might be yet another example of Jaguar Wright being proven right, because she publicly claimed a year ago that Bryshere was one of the young men who ran away screaming from Will and Jada's house. But is Bryshere now finally ready to speak out on what happened to him? And does this mean Will and Jada are Diddy's accomplices? Let's break it down.
they said I died. They said I was gay. They said Jay-Z was my dad. They said this situation.
The number of young men and women who were destroyed by the entertainment industry is seriously disturbing, and it's becoming clear that there are a lot of powerful predators who use their position in the industry to prey on these young people. Now, when it comes to allegations about Diddy being one of these predators, the stories include everything from alleged ritualized essay of young boys and men to trafficking rings involving Hollywood and political elites. Diddy was recently hit with a fourth lawsuit by a woman who claimed she was just 17 when she was trafficked and essayed by Diddy and his associates. And now rumors are going around that Diddy was doing the same thing to young men, many of whom are allegedly part of the industry. Besides longtime speculations that Usher and Justin Bieber were groomed by Diddy as teenagers, reports also recently emerged that rapper YK Osiris was victimed by both Diddy and Drake. And now another name emerged as a potential victim, Empire star Bryshere Gray. Bryshere started his career as a rapper, performing at a variety of music festivals in the Philadelphia area and opening for rappers such as Fabulous and 2 Chainz. Then in 2015, Bryshere landed his breakthrough acting role as Hakeem Lyon on the Fox TV drama Empire, alongside Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard. That same year, Bryshere signed on with Columbia Records as a solo act, and everyone was predicting a shining career for him and comparing him to young Will Smith. Speaking of Will Smith, he actually took Bryshere under his wing and started mentoring him.
By a whole lot of strength, he's surrounded by a whole lot of love, and all he has to do is add discipline, and he's gonna be all right.
It's like Uncle Will, you know? Who is best to give you advice? And it's Will Smith, and I'm getting so much good advice.
But see, a lot of disturbing stories have surfaced since then about Will and Jada's mentorship of young men. As you probably remember, Jada had an entanglement with her son, Jaden's friend August Alsina, who's 21 years younger than her. And she received a lot of backlash over this because August was sick and struggling with addiction when the Smiths offered to help him.
Because for me, that was the thing when Og first came around, he was really sick.
He was really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah.
August also had no family support system and no one he could turn to. His brother Melvin was shot and killed just 3 days before August's 18th birthday. And then in December 2018, August's sister, Chandra, died from cancer. Meanwhile, August also became estranged from his mom, and he later shared that part of the reason their relationship was strained is because he was essayed as a child by someone close to him. And though he pleaded with his mom not to tell anyone, she shared it with random people in the neighborhood.
Thinking, so are you also gonna expose the fact that you have molested me when I was in your presence as a kid? You know, I remember asking my moms to not say nothing, to hold that down, and to, you know, keep that secret. And not even a day later, random people tell me, oh, yeah, you know, your mama said this.
So as you can see, August was in a very vulnerable place when he met Will and Jada. So the fact they allegedly used this to lure him into a relationship is extremely disturbing. But it gets even more disturbing because Jaguar Wright claims in her viral interview with Real Life Productions last year that both Will and Jada do weird things in their house, and that plenty of young men have run away from that house screaming. Jaguar even dropped some names, and one of the young men she claimed was victimized by Will and Jada was Bryshere Gray.
They're both bisexual, they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bryshere Gray, left that house screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed a dog. Hey, man. And that was their kid's friend.
But it gets worse because Jaguar suggested in a recent interview that Will might have done something to his son Jaden, and that this could be the reason Jaden asked to be emancipated at 15.
These people have collectively, including Will Smith, let's not leave him out. Why your son hate you? Why does your son hate you? What did you do to Jaden?
Obviously, these are some serious accusations. However, Will and Jada never threatened to sue Jaguar for defamation, and yet they were very quick to threaten a lawsuit against Will's former assistant, Brother Bilal, who claimed he saw Will having Dwayne Martin. So Jada and Will were more upset about Brother Bilal exposing Will for having consensual intercourse with a man than Jaguar accusing them of essaying boys, including their own son. It really makes you wonder why they never threatened Jaguar with a lawsuit, or at least send her a cease and desist. Anyway, circling back to Bryshere Gray, shortly after Will and Jada started mentoring him, it's like everything went downhill for Bryshere. On July 13th, 2020, he was arrested following an alleged DV incident with his wife that culminated in a barricade situation with police. Bryshere was later charged with aggravated assault, DV, and disorderly conduct, and sentenced to 10 days in jail and 3 years probation. Meanwhile, rumors started circulating that Bryshere developed substance issues after allegedly being victimized, not just by Will and Jada, but other industry figures, including Diddy and Empire co-creator Lee Daniels, who's an openly gay man. Fans first raised the alarm after Bryshere appeared on The Breakfast Club with Lee Daniels back in 2017, and there were a lot of comments saying Daniels was looking at Bryshere weird and treating him like his boyfriend.
Right, but we see you out all the time. I see you all over the place.
You be at the club?
I think he's working. Right, Bryshere? He's working. I see him out working all the time.
He's so uncomfortable.
He said, yeah. I mean, because obviously you're a musician, you're an artist, so you have that as well.
You might catch me.
Right, you gotta be. Lee, you don't really go out like that to the club. Your daddy's not out. Not time.
I mean, you got the kind of money you can have a couple house. Why am I hiding here all the time?
As for Diddy, Bryshere has been spotted at multiple Diddy parties before his public breakdown, including Diddy's 2017 Ciroc Vodka New Year's Eve party in Miami.
No
On
going
top
to
of that,
parties.
there were rumors going around that Diddy initially wanted to sabotage Empire because he believed they based the character Lucius Lyon on him. Back in 2015, All Hip Hop reported that Diddy was actually considering suing Empire creators. The report stated, the word on the street is that Diddy is suing Empire because he thinks the show is based on his life. Okay, Puffy, well, we have several questions. Would this mean that one of his sons is gay and that he killed Big? Was Bad Boy founded by money? Who went to jail for almost 2 decades for him? Did he ban Quincy from appearing for more reasons than him not being the music producer? After this, Diddy apparently changed his mind and decided not to go through with the lawsuit, as it would have only encouraged people to draw more parallels between him and Lucius Lyon. However, all these stories are now coming back to haunt Diddy, and according to the latest reports, Bryshere Gray's friends and family are encouraging Bryshere to come forward and expose the industry men who allegedly victimized him. Fans on social media are now doing the same, and they're hoping Bryshere and others who were allegedly harmed by the likes of Diddy and Will Smith will follow in Cassie's footsteps. One fan said, I believe something really bad happened to Bryshere as he was climbing up, and I pray that he steps up, gets with a lawyer, and takes back what Diddy has done to him. Bryshere, get on the list for your benefit. Get a piece of the pie. You deserve it. And another person wrote, damn, sounds like they passed Bryshere around in the industry. Saw a video of him when he was being interrogated by the police for DV. He was whacked out of his mind and not making any sense. Jaguar Wright wasn't lying. But how do you feel about these allegations?
What y'all think about that? They were even trying to say that Lee Daniels may have been in on some of the grooming when it came to Bryshere Gray from Empire. Okay, that's so sad. That's so sad. And Will Smith, you sound like you were really comfortable talking about August Alsina. You calling him Og. Yeah, old Og came over and we mentored old Og because he was going through some things at the time. Like, what kind of arrangement is that where you invite in your son's best friend, who was August Alsina, 21 years younger than Jada, over, and then Jada winds up sleeping with August Alsina, and then something happened with Jaden, which is their son, And he asked to be emancipated at 15 years old. He no longer wanted to be around his parents. So they're thinking that something had happened, that something happened with Jaden, their son. I don't know what it's giving, but it's weird vibes. Why would your son want to be emancipated and get the hell away from you? That's such a great life. Y'all stay in a mansion. He get anything he want financially. Like, what happened in that damn house? What happened in that house? Now, y'all know that the reason that Will Smith, let's talk about him a little bit. The reason that Will Smith and Fri Gambino, okay, his first wife before Jada, the reason why they broke up is because she walked in on Will Smith, honey. They're saying being backdoored by, let me get the guy's name, honey. Because I said, oh my God. And you're going to hear his name a few times here tonight. What's his name? What's his name? Hold on, because I got it, honey. Because I made some notes, Lord. Yes, I did. What is this man's name? He was messing around with the same guy that helped him get signed on to Benny Medina. I got it. Benny Medina. Benny Medina. They're saying that Will Smith, that Fri Gambino, which is Will Smith's first wife, walked in on Will Smith with Benny Medina. They were in some type of sexual activity, allegedly. And that is why she chose to end the marriage. Now, with Will getting with Jada and with her being a bisexual woman, she is down for whatever he is down with, because y'all know they do the trade-offs, and you know that they do this whole Hollywood swinging type thing. Jada is the gatekeeper to Will's secrets and vice versa. They are cool with each other, having intimacy and intimate moments with with other people as long as they know about it, and most of the time they're there. Okay, we already talked about how Jada was caught with Mark Anthony, and Will came home and didn't know about it, and they said he beat the brakes up off Jada for that incident because he didn't know about it. He didn't know about it, and that was during the time that Mark Anthony was married to Jennifer Lopez, which is what broke up their marriage. Okay, so it's a lot of going on in Hollywood, but yeah, so they're saying that that is what is going on with Bryshere Gray. I feel like he may have gone through one of these sexual rituals. I feel like he may have been, because they said he was going to the Diddy parties. We know what happens in the Diddy parties. He was hanging with Will. We already know. We've heard his name popping up a few times where they were saying that he was sent to work with Will, but Will said, no, let me pass you off to Diddy because he's going to help mentor you as a rapper. When we already talked about it, Will, you're a whole rapper. So anybody could have, mentored him and showed him the ways and the ropes of rapping. It's you. So the fact that you passed him off to Diddy, you knew what you were doing, because I feel like he may have, and I'll say allegedly, had his way with Bryshere, which he's, he was saying he went through some very dark times, and there's some things that he went through that he would never speak of. And the same is going to be going on here with Tevin Campbell. We're going to get into it with him because he went through some hellified stuff while in the industry as well. As much as we love him and a lot of our other artists out here, they are going through hell in the industry, being violated by grown-ass men. It's sad. All right, so let's get on with Tevin Campbell. I love me some Tevin Campbell. Yes, y'all know he ruled, honey. He ruled the charts back in the day, honey, with his songs from I'm Ready to Round and Round to you name it. I love anything he put out, no lie. Any song that he put out, I was here for it, okay? I was, y'all. Let's do a fun fact right quick before we get into Tevin Campbell. Did you guys know that the song Can We Talk, Tevin Campbell's Can We Talk song, was supposed to go to Usher? Did y'all know that? They were actually fighting for that song. Usher was fighting to get the song Can We Talk. He wanted that song. And L.A. Reid was trying to get with Tevin Campbell's producer to beg him for the song Can We Talk, and they said no. They wanted that to be Tevin's song. He had already been practicing it, and he had already been singing it, so they told Usher no on Can We Talk. I don't know now if I could hear Usher sing, and I like Usher as an artist, but I don't know if now that I've heard Tevin Campbell sing it, that I could hear Usher actually making that his song. I like to hear Tevin singing because he just has that innocence in his voice, and he just took it out. Okay, they say, oh my God, not baby Tevin. Yes, honey, we can get into it. Y'all gonna be like, what? I didn't know that about him. He had a very, very bad life. But let's get into Tevin Campbell, honey. Let's get into it. Okay. All right. I think I might have two for Tevin because I pulled a lot of stuff on Tevin. But let's get into this first video with him. I'm going to get past this ad. Yeah, I want to give y'all all the tea that I have for him because I was just like, Lord, I didn't know this. And I be trying to find out all the tea, honey, on these artists out here. I love stuff like this. This is right up my alley. All right. All right, shout out to RRG.
My name is Tevin Campbell.
At the age of 12, Tevin Campbell was featured on Quincy Jones's 1989 album, Back on the Block. A solo career later catapulted the Texas native to the top of the Billboard charts. He was marketed as a teenage heartthrob and was well on his way to becoming an international superstar. Unfortunately, the Grammy-nominated singer's life was spiraling out of control behind the scenes. An embarrassing arrest would tarnish his image and compel him to walk away from the industry. Here's what really happened to Tevin Campbell's career. Tevin grew up singing in a gospel choir in Waxahachie, Texas. He was content with singing in obscurity. However, his mother, Rhonda, who was one of the best gospel singers at the church, had other plans for him. Tevin told the LA Times his mom encouraged him to step out and be a solo singer away from the choir. He said, without her pushing, I'd still be in the background. With some help from mutual friends, Rhonda arranged for Tevin to audition for jazz performer Bobby Humphrey over the phone. Bobby was so impressed that she set up a New York showcase for Tevin. The recording of that performance was seen by Michael Jackson, who flew Tevin, his mom, and his brother out to Neverland Ranch for lunch. Tevin told I Miss the Old School website that Michael wanted to get Tevin signed to a label, but it never happened. With Bobby acting as his manager, Tevin landed his first major role as a replacement on Wally and the Valentines. Singer Saida Garrett was impressed by Tevin's performance and spoke about his potential to Quincy Jones. Record executive Benny Medina suggested Quincy use Tevin's vocals on his upcoming album. And once Quincy heard Tevin sing, he agreed and signed him to his Quest record label. Quincy had high hopes for his new protege. He said in an interview, I've seen Michael Jackson at 12 and Stevie Wonder at 12. Tevin could be just as big a star. Tevin, his mom, his younger brother, and his older sister left Texas behind and moved into a home in Encino, California. To get his feet wet in the industry, Quincy had Tevin sing the lead vocals on the song Tomorrow for Quincy's 1989 Back on the Block album. The album shot straight to the top of Billboard's R&B chart. Next, it was time for Tevin to record his own album. Tevin was released in 1991 and went platinum. Thanks in part to the songs Tell Me What You Want Me to Do
honey.
and Alone With You. Everyone wanted to collaborate with Tevin at that point. He was featured on the soundtrack for Prince's movie Graffiti Bridge, and he even made a guest appearance on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He told I Miss the Old School website he started hanging around a lot of older people in the industry. They would invite him to their house parties, and even though he was 14 and didn't have a driver's license, he would drive himself to every party. At the age of 14, he also began drinking and would frequently drive while inebriated. He hinted that he had a darker side in a 1991 interview with the LA Times. Tevin said, I've done some bad things I can't and won't talk about. There was no time for him to get caught up in his Hollywood life.
Now we know what that is. He's going to these Hollywood parties. This is how they get him. They reel him into these Hollywood parties and get them to doing things. They start drinking and doing drugs. And the next thing you know, you're caught up into these FOs and these sexual things at these Hollywood parties. What was he doing at a Hollywood party at 14 years old, driving himself there and drinking and then driving himself wherever he went to after that? Totally inappropriate for a 14-year-old. But let's continue.
Lifestyle. Not only was he still a high school student at private San Fernando Valley institution, but he had a recording contract and dreams to fulfill. He told the LA Times he wanted to be a bigger star than Michael Jackson one day. He added, I like the power, the money, the opportunities for girls and more girls. Quincy Jones brought together an all-star team of producers and songwriters, including Prince, Babyface, and Johnny Gill, to create songs for Tevin's 1993 sophomore album, I'm Ready. Even though Tevin was still a teenager, Prince was ready for the young star to experiment with a more mature sound. Prince wrote the song Shh, which included lyrics like, I'd rather do you after school like some homework. The suggestive content and Tevin's growls on the track caught many of his fans by surprise. He told Vibe magazine that recording the song was very uncomfortable, so he and Prince had to reach an agreement during the recording sessions. Everyone was kicked out of the studio, the lights were shut off, and the curtains were drawn to help a young Tevin get in the zone. The song was never officially released as a single, so fans had to buy the entire album in order to hear the racy lyrics. Fans also fell in love with the lead track, I'm Ready, which landed at number 9 on the Billboard chart. Then, Tevin released back-to-back hits with Can We Talk and Always in My Heart. He wound up receiving 3 Grammy nominations for all of his hard work. Tevin returned in 1996 with the album Back to the World, which was produced by Puff Daddy. Sadly, the album was a huge disappointment, and it barely peaked at number 11 on the Billboard Top R&B Albums chart. He wasn't about to give up on his singing career, though. In February 1999, he released a self-titled neo-soul project that featured Wyclef Jean, Faith Evans, and Coco of SWV. No amount of star power could stop the album from flopping, and it landed at number 31 on the Billboard chart. In an interview, Tevin said that at the time, he couldn't understand why his albums progressively got worse and worse. He had experienced immense success as a child, and to have it all taken away from him while he was in his early 20s was pretty traumatic. He said he had to step away from the business, and unfortunately, that included a period of rebellion. 9 months after his 4th self-titled album was released, Tevin was driving around the San Fernando Valley while under the influence. He drove to Van Nuys Elementary School and solicited an undercover policeman during a sting operation. According to the Associated Press, Tevin was locked up and ordered to attend Narcotics Anonymous meetings and an AIDS awareness class. He was also fined $1,080 for the misdemeanor conviction after pleading no contest. He later told I Miss the Old School.
Now, when he got arrested for this situation at this school, he solicited 2 undercover police officers to give him fellatio. Okay, and he was arrested for soliciting. Okay, they skipped over that, but Caramel doing her homework over here. We know about that. So since she skipped over it, I'm gonna spin the block back on it. He was arrested for soliciting fellatio at a middle school. Okay, boom.
Website. He was using multiple substances at the time. Because the officer involved was a man, he added that even though the incident has left many people to speculate and spread rumors, he didn't care what they thought about him. What many of his fans don't realize is Tevin got into a lot more trouble after that incident. He said he went to jail again and did some really bad stuff. It just never made the news. During a 2003 interview with Sister to Sister magazine, he denied being gay, but allegedly admitted to being a freak. When asked if he enjoyed both men and women, Tevin reportedly stated,
Said he trisexual.
He made somewhat of a comeback in 2005 when he appeared in the Broadway musical Hairspray as the character Seaweed J. Stubbs. Tevin called the experience the greatest 3 years of his life. In May 2008, he released an internet album entitled 2008 Never Before Heard through Rambo House Media. But after 6 months, Tevin reportedly decided to pull the material from online sites. He made a rare appearance at the 2009 BET Awards, and his fans were sure a comeback album was on the way. But that same year, Tevin said in an interview he had no interest in ever signing another record contract. He said, "The music industry is really not the place for me to be right now." The years passed by, and Tevin all but disappeared from the public eye. In 2014, he changed his thoughts about being tied to another recording contract. He signed with Spectra Music Group, and it was reported that a new album was finally on the way. In a 2016 Jet magazine interview, Tevin talked about the release of his song Safer on the Ground. He also announced it would be featured on his 5th studio album. But as of this video, the album has yet to be released. And in 2019, Tevin landed a guest role on season 4 of the OWN series Queen Sugar. And Tevin's name was once again trending in the media. But this time, it was for all the right reasons. He expressed his excitement in this Facebook video.
I don't know what y'all doing, but I know what I'm doing and where I'm at. I'm on the set of Queen Sugar, baby.
Tevin was a child star who planned on being a permanent fixture in the industry. But he now realizes that getting away from the music business was crucial to his survival. Once he stepped away from the industry and spent more time around his family, he said he was finally able to kick his substance abuse habit. In the end, he said he loves receiving Facebook messages from all of his fans who still love and adore him. And even though he disappeared from the industry, his musical contribution will be celebrated for many generations to come. Let us know if you're surprised by the outcome of...
Did you guys know all of that about Tevin Campbell? I like to pull stuff because when we see artists, we think, oh my God, they have such a great career. Da, da, da. His mother turned him over to Quincy Jones, and Quincy Jones just let him just run amok and do what he wanted to at 14. I don't understand with these parents, why you are not watching your kids in the industry and with them every step of the way. Aaliyah's mother did it with her, turned her over to Barry Hankerson, who was, I'm gonna do a video on that one too, real soon. Okay, because I was looking at some stuff today. But these parents are turning their children over to grown adults. As you can see, Tevin was going to adult Hollywood parties at 14 years old, where we know people are in there on the sniff. They're drinking. There's SEX going on there. There's men on men action there. There's freak offs going on there. He at some point in time got turned out. He at some point in time got turned out, and he saw and experienced some things in the industry that made him turn to drinking and narcotics to ease the pain of what he was going through. I don't know if he was violated. I'm going to say maybe, because of the way that now he is, the way that he turned out. He just wanted to go into the industries to sing. So he went into this whole new world of stuff that he'd never seen and been introduced to before. Walking around seeing people at Hollywood parties high and drunk and doing things, men kissing men, and just overly sexualized people. He's never been around it as a child. That's inappropriate. Usher was also subjected to the same thing being at Diddy's house, where he said, I saw some things that, man, I don't even know if I understand it. He said, I saw some things that I don't even understand. Bryshere Gray was introduced to some things in the industry where he said it was some really, really dark stuff that he don't ever in life want to talk about. What could that be? Think about it. What could it be to where somebody say, I went through some really dark shit and I'm never in life going to talk about it? Like, don't ask me, bitch. I'm never going to speak about what I went through in the industry that was so dark. And I'm never going to talk about it again. Don't ask me. We already know what it is. We've done enough videos on this channel to know that freak offs and all these other things have been going on where these kids are violated. They're drugged, and that's what's been going on. They drug them up. They get them caught up on these drugs to ease the pain, to take their mind off what's going on so that they can steer them in the wrong direction. And most of the time, it's the ones that's very talented, just like Tevin Campbell. The last performance that I saw him, and it was on the BET when they mentioned it, his voice did not, and I get it, when you mature, your voice is going to change. You're not going to sound like you did when you first came out at 14. He was killing the game, guys, at 14 years old. Oh my God. He was 12 years old when he entered the industry, and his mother just dropped him off with Quincy Jones and was like, okay, here, do what you got to do and make him a star. She went back home. And Quincy pretty much raised him from 12 on up. 12 years old. Yes, you're going to want to go party. You say, oh, you want to go party? You tell a 12-year-old, you want to go party? His idea of partying was not what he thought it was going to be, going to these Hollywood parties, I'm sure. And then to have all of this freedom. And at 14, I don't know who the hell got him a car to where he can be driving around town at 14 and driving to parties and drinking and driving himself around. Like, that was. Now I did some notes. At 15 years old, he recorded Can We Talk. Now, you guys have heard Can We Talk. All right. I already told you guys. That's the song that Usher wanted, Can We Talk. He was 15 years old when he recorded Can We Talk. We've heard that song. Powerful voice. He orchestrated that song like from A to Z. Flawless. He said that they named him One Take Tevin because he had the ability to go into the studio and record songs and get it in one take. That's unheard of. Caramel can't even do that. I mess up, they be like, run it back. One take. So he could go, he had the ability at 14 years old, 15 years old rather, to go into the studio and record a song and get it in one take. No mistakes. Just fire, just run right through it. That's impressive. Okay. Now, he says that Warner Brother Records tried to turn him into a SEX symbol at age 15. And he was singing about things that he did not know about. You already talked about how they working with Prince. Y'all already know how Prince music is. The song, the whole Break It Down. What is it? Break it down, break it down. I don't want nobody else to hear the sound. This love is. Y'all know the song. I was like, that's a little too old for him. And he was uncomfortable, as you guys heard in the video. He was uncomfortable to where they had to cut all the lights off in the studio and put up drop this curtain around him in there and just have him singing these inappropriate songs at age 15. What do you know about some I'm gonna do you like some homework at 15? That is so inappropriate for a 15. I would not want a 15-year-old to walk up to me and say, hey, girl, I'm gonna do you like some homework. I'll be like, where your grown ass been? That's some grown pimp talk right there. That sounds like some shit Prince would say. Girl, I'm gonna do you like some homework. That sounds like some shit Prince would say. All right. Now, he came out to his mother at age 19 as gay. Now, he said in the video he was trisexual. I saw another interview with him where he says that he came out to his mother at age 19 as G-A-Y, okay? And he said that that he was very lost being in the industry. He didn't know who he was anymore. It was like he was just coasting. He didn't know who he was because of all the things that he was subjected to at a very young age, okay? Mm-hmm. Now he says in his People magazine interview, all right, that he has major trust issues. I'm gonna play that one for you guys as well, okay? Which probably stems from some of the ways that he was treated by who he was treated by. And I don't know if some inappropriate things may have happened with Quincy Jones. I don't know, but Quincy did have, you know, authority over him, like a guardian, like he had guardianship over him. So whoever was able to be close to him or be around him, it was on the hands of Quincy Jones. Kind of like Aaliyah was with Barry Hankerson, that was her uncle. And he allowed R. Kelly to worm his way in there and do inappropriate stuff. Do I feel like Barry Hankerson knew that some shit was going on with Aaliyah? Absolutely. I cannot wait to do a video on Barry Hankerson with Aaliyah and R. Kelly. That shit is going to blow y'all head apart because y'all, honey, the stuff that I've been digging up on that, like, oh God. Mm-mm. All right, so let's continue. Like I said, he was drinking a lot. He was going to adult parties. He was also going to clubs as a kid as well. Okay, and he says that he was confused and lived very fast and grew up, of course, growing up in the industry. Going to industry parties, which consisted of drugs, FOs, like I said, rituals. There were rituals as well. That's probably something that he was talking about that he, you know, that kind of scared the hell out of him seeing these SEX rituals, because those do happen in the industry where they take these boys' virginities in the industry. They take their virginity. All right. And of course, we already talked about the drinking. All right. Yes. But it's said and alleged, and this is coming from Jaguar Wright, where she was saying that Quincy Jones was setting up SEX rings back in the day, allegedly. Okay. Yeah. So let's get into some more. I think I want to do one more with the Tevin Campbell, since we're talking about him. Y'all enjoying this? They said a poor child was probably passed around. It happens, y'all. This boy is not the same from when he first came out. He was young and impressionable, and there's some things that he encountered in his life that changed him. Okay, to where he didn't know who the hell he was. That That's why, and it's the parents. It's the parents for me. It's the parents for me. You can't drop your kid off with no grown ass man, and you know, I don't know, y'all. It's crazy. All right, so let's see. I got another one with Kevin. All right, so let's see. All right, so we did that one. We did that one. Where's my other one for Kevin? Okay, I think we did that one. Give me 1 second, guys, okay? We're getting it pulled up for y'all. This shit is so crazy. When I saw it, I said, Lord. Did I save it? Hold on. Because I want y'all to see this. I hope everybody hit the like button, guys. I hope everyone hit the like button, okay? All right. So, no. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this one right quick. Where Tevin Campbell vents on how Will Smith and Quincy Jones preyed on him. All right. This one's not going to be a very, very long video. All right, because we're getting into, well, we're actually over an hour. All right, let's get into it. This one is kind of, we keep hearing about Will Smith, okay? And this shit is weird. It's giving weird. I got to blame the mother, though, because you dropped your son off with this individual.
Transgender. It's made.
I'm sorry for all the ads, guys. I apologize.
Some lace over your eye and some pumps on. This is a good look.
Got to steal today.
That raised some eyebrows with people is when I dropped the information about Quincy Jones. He set up sex rings in Hollywood, and the people that he brought in, and don't tell me if I'm lying. Quincy Jones brought in Fresh Prince, Tevin Campbell, his little sweet down Hollywood Boulevard.
How does a boy with a voice like that had the records that he had, that could have easily transformed into one of the greatest male vocals of all time, end up prostituting himself for drugs?
Slightly over 30 years ago, the world was introduced to the elastic, richly textured instrument of one Mr. Tevin Campbell, shepherded into the offices of Warner Brothers Records by jazz pioneer Bobby Humphrey, and signed by Warner's renowned senior vice president of black music, Benny Medina. The then 12-year-old
Benny Medina, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that name? Benny Medina is the person who Cherie Zambino, which is Will Smith's first wife, walked in on Will Smith being with on an sexual nature. Okay.
Singer would be launched into the public consciousness by no less than the iconic Quincy Jones. If that start wasn't impressive enough, Campbell's 1989 debut single with Jones would eventually become a #1 hit on the Billboard R&B charts. Somewhere around the same time, the promising singer was just turning 14. Partially driven by a single that would, for a time, be a hallmark in the graduation auditoriums of schools, teen talent shows, and youth choirs in churches across America. Back on the Block would go on to win the Grammy for Album of the Year. But as much as falling into the hands of Quincy would spark him to stardom, that same move would eventually prove to be Tevin's biggest shortcoming. After years of keeping probably his biggest secret under wraps, the singer finally opened up, revealing how Quincy Jones, with the help of Will Smith, took advantage of him as a young teen. The man who famously posed the question, "Can we talk for a minute?" is now opening up like never before. And both Quincy and Will are at fault.
It wasn't so much a pressure meeting those people and working with those people because I was a kid.
About a year ago, Campbell sat down for an in-depth interview discussing his life and career and revealing for the first time what his personal experience has been as a gay man in the music industry and how he ended up as a gay man. "I refer to myself as a former child star because that's just what I am," said Campbell of his musical past. And he also opened up on being compared to the legendary Michael Jackson. According to Campbell, the comparison was a big compliment that came with a lot of pressure. "I just kind of wanted to be me, you know? Instead, he was packaged as a young heterosexual heartthrob, but the once biggest vocalist in America will forever find it hard in his heart to forgive Quincy. From calling Michael Jackson greedy to telling the world that Richard Pryor was bisexual, Quincy Jones's insane and candid interview with Vulture proved just how much of a predator he was to young artists like Campbell. And while Campbell's name came up in the interview with Quincy singing his praises, the former teen star would later take to Twitter to clear up any misconceptions about his relationship with the music mogul. But those alleged to know the truth are of the opinion that the mellow voice singer is simply afraid and threatened by Quincy. So instead of exposing him, he pretends like he is in fact protecting him. Apparently, there have been rumors circling on and off for years that Quincy molested Campbell when he was a teenager. However, the Can We Talk singer is clear. That just never happened. Now I'm trending. Folks will really say some disgusting things. Tevin was molested by Quincy, Tevin wrote, along with laughing emojis. However, some folks just aren't buying Campbell's account of his innocent relationship with Quincy. After allegedly using and dumping Campbell, Quincy left the young singer confused, not knowing what to do next. Partly due to changes at the record label, Campbell and his music got put on the back burner after his third album, released in 1996, didn't perform well. Around the same time, his personal journey began. When I came out to my family and friends at about 19 or 20, that was it for me. And then I went on the road of discovering myself. I didn't know who I was, says Campbell, who stepped away from the music industry and credits much of his growth to the 6 years he spent performing in the Broadway musical Hairspray beginning in 2004. Being around people who were like me, LGBTQ, plus people that were living normal lives and had partners. I had never seen that, he says. That was a great time in my life. Despite years of speculation, Campbell has largely kept his private life private. Early last year, he responded to a Twitter user's question about famous singers who are rumored to be gay. He simply tweeted, "Tevin is," adding a rainbow emoji. "It was a casual thing for me," Campbell says of what many took as a coming out statement. In truth, he adds, "I love my fans, but what they think about my sexuality is of no importance to me." Asked his thoughts on the recent success of young queer black stars like Frank Ocean and Lil Nas X who've opened up to fans. "It wasn't like that in the 90s, he says with a laugh, "but I'm glad I get to see it. I'm glad that's changing. There are a lot of kids, especially young black boys, that need to see representation." He adds, "They're not being taught to love themselves because of who they are." Another victim of Quincy is your favorite star, Will Smith. In several past and present interviews, Smith has always credited Quincy Jones for saving him from being broke. But as you would expect, that came at a cost.
Quincy looks at Brandon Tartikoff, the head of NBC. "Did you like it?" And Brandon said, yeah, I liked it. Quincy said, "No, did you like it?" And he's like, "Yeah, I liked it."
At the time, the Oscar award-winning actor says Smith was in financial hardship following tax problems, and Quincy invited him to a party at his home that also featured legendary film director Steven Spielberg. On stage in London at an event with Idris Elba to promote his self-titled memoir, Smith said Quincy asked him to audition for a part in front of the guests, telling him it was going to affect the rest of his life. The father of two said he was reluctant to do the audition as he wasn't an actor and begged Quincy for a week to prepare, but the music producer behind classic albums such as Michael Jackson's Bad refused. Smith said the legendary music producer told him he had to audition right there and then because everyone needed to make the decision to offer him the part in the room.
"Yo, what up? Setting up."
No. Who is this jazz fellow?
"Yo, I heard the boy at the club, he is all in that. I hope he's going to be Ashley's new music chief."
That part was for The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the sitcom that would launch Smith's acting career, as up until that point, he was known as a rapper. He agreed to perform in front of everyone and said he got a standing ovation from those in attendance. Later that day, he was offered the lead role in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. From that point, it is alleged that Quincy started demanding sexual favors from Smith, a trait that the producer later transferred to Campbell. And funny enough, despite the allegations here and there regarding how he treated his young male artists, Quincy Jones has had a long, extensive career, but there's another area of his life that he recently introduced fans to, his love life. The music mogul opened up about his wide-ranging romantic relationships during an interview with GQ in 2018. Quincy, who has been married 3 times previously, revealed that he has 22 girlfriends.
My daddy worked for gangsters, the most notorious triple OGs in America's history.
Right.
Jones was. I'm doing a movie on it.
When asked if he was serious, the slow jam singer responded, hell yeah, everywhere. Cape Town, Cairo, Stockholm. She's coming in next week. Brazil, Belo Horizonte, Sao Paulo, and Rio. Shanghai. Got a great girl over there from Shanghai, man. Cairo, woo. However, the then 84-year-old music producer explained that they all know each other. Yeah, I don't lie. And it's amazing. Women get it, man. Don't you ever forget they're 13 years smarter than we are. Don't you ever forget it. After adding that the ages range from 28 to 42, which are made-up numbers, to make his daughters feel that his girlfriends aren't younger than them, he said that he'd never date a woman his own age. Hell no! You see me with an 84-year-old woman? Are you crazy? He told the magazine, and he has his own reasons. There's nothing. There's no upside. You gotta be kidding. I got me some technology out there that keeps fat and old away from here. Buzzes if they're too old. But you'd be surprised. These women, the young ones, are aggressive now. Oh my God, they're fearless, man. All over the world. Quincy was first married to actress Jerry Caldwell from 1957 to 1966, and the two share one daughter, Jolie Jones. In 1967, he wed Swedish model Ulla Anderson, and they had two children, Martina and Quincy Jones III, and divorced in 1974. He tied the knot with his third wife, Peggy Lipton, the same year as his second divorce. Jones and Lipton have two daughters, Kadada and Rashida Jones, and split in 1990. Fans, while commenting on Quincy's treatment of young Campbell, fumed, with one tweeting, I mean, he molested Tevin Campbell, so this isn't shocking. He's a nasty-ass old man. That was feedback to another fan who revealed that the legendary music producer dated Ivanka Trump, who is almost 40 years his junior, with another writing, I loved Tevin Campbell's music. I never knew what happened to him. Who cares what his sexual preference is? I just like his music. I want to listen to him sing, nothing else. So there you have it. But before we leave, tell us, what's your favorite Tevin Campbell song? Drop your answer in the comment section below. And that's it.
What y'all think about that? He was married and looked like he loved the snow bunnies too. All his wives were snow bunnies. And he got kids all over, but he said he got 22 girlfriends, okay? Quincy Jones said he has 22 girlfriends all over the world, and they all know about each other. That's some sick shit. He is trying to go out with a bang, honey. But they're saying that Quincy Jones may have done some inappropriate stuff to Will Smith, at which then it was passed down to Tevin Campbell. And I'm going to say allegedly. Okay. But that's what's going on with that. So please, guys, hit the button and also subscribe to this channel. We're going to get on out of here. I ain't even going to hold you guys. It's Friday. I know some of you guys might be going out. I appreciate you guys taking some time to stop by my channel and spend a little time, your little Friday night with me. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mods, for such an awesome job. And thank you so much for any content creators that joined us tonight, okay? Somebody said they done made some chicken wings. I see that Angela said she made some chicken wings. She's fried up tonight. And they're delicious AF. She said, I wish I would have made more than a dozen. I know that's right. Yes, for the chicken wings, okay? Who's drinking tonight before we go? Who is drinking tonight? It says, oh my God, I air fried my youth. I love air frying. I be air frying the hell out of some chicken too. That and I try not to eat a lot of pork, but sometimes I do like the pork chops too that I put in there and season them regular. But and fish like salmon, I put some salmon in there as well. So try that, child. But yeah, we're gonna get on out of here. We're gonna get on out of here, okay? But thank y'all so much for coming over. All right, let me leave some comments and let me know what you guys think about our tea tonight about Tevin Campbell, one of my favorite artists. I mean, I don't care if he's gay or his voice work, and I love it. All right, and also great show, real. Thank you so much, Les Moore. And let me know what you think about Bryshere Gray, the part 2 segment on that as well. And any other topics that we talked about. Okay, somebody said they're drinking some sangria. I'm about to go downstairs and whip me up something with rum tonight. We're gonna do rum because I'm a rum drinker. I love rum. So we're gonna whip up something downstairs. I got a little bar. I got a bar downstairs, so I'm gonna go down there and whip up something, child, and sip. Okay. All right, but we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys again for joining. I love you guys down. Let's get some music so we can get on out of here. Okay, let's get y'all some good music. Let's see. Some up tempo. Okay. Yes, y'all have a great weekend, okay? And I will see you guys tomorrow for our pop in. All right. Love you guys now. Please like, subscribe to this video, okay? Please like the video. Again, please. Okay. See you guys. Yes, and